Are you nervous about this?
Scared shitless.
Okay. Не беспокойся.
You mentioned Kung Fu Panda as one of your favorite movies. It has the usual profound master-student dynamic going on. So who has been a teacher that significantly influenced the direction of your thinking and life's work? So if you're the Kung Fu Panda, who was your Shifu?
Oh, well, that's interesting because I didn't see Shifu as being the teacher.
Who was the teacher?
Oogway, Master Oogway, the turtle.
Oh, the turtle, right.
They only meet twice in the entire film. And the first conversation sort of doesn't count. So the magic of the film, in fact, its point is that the teaching that really matters is transferred during a single conversation. And it's very brief. And so who played that role in my life? I would say either my grandfather, Harry Rubin, and his wife, Sophie Rubin, my grandmother, or Tom Lehrer.
Tom Lehrer?
Yeah.
In which way?
If you give a child Tom Lehrer records, what you do is you destroy their ability to be taken over by later malware. And it's so irreverent, so witty, so clever, so obscene that it destroys the ability to lead a normal life for many people. So if I meet somebody who's usually really shifted from any kind of neurotypical presentation, I'll often ask them, are you a Tom Lehrer fan? And the odds that they will respond are quite high.
Now, Tom Lehrer is poisoning pigeons in the park, Tom Lehrer?
That's very interesting. There are a small number of Tom Lehrer songs that broke into the general population. Poisoning Pigeons in the Park, the Elements song, and perhaps the Vatican Rag. Mm-hmm. So when you meet somebody who knows those songs but doesn't know...
Oh, you're judging me right now, aren't you?
Harshly. Okay. No, but you're Russian, so undoubtedly you know Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky, that song.
Yes, yeah.
So that was a song about plagiarism that was in fact plagiarized, which most people don't know, from Danny Kaye, where Danny Kaye did a song called Stanislavski of the Musky Arts. And so Tom Lehrer did this brilliant job of plagiarizing a song about and making it about plagiarism and then making it about this mathematician who worked in non-Euclidean geometry. That was like giving heroin to a child. It was extremely addictive and eventually led me to a lot of different places, one of which may have been a PhD in mathematics.
And he was also at least a lecturer in mathematics, I believe, at Harvard, something like that.
Yeah. I just had dinner with him, in fact. When my son turned 13, we didn't tell him, but his bar mitzvah present was dinner with his hero, Tom Lehrer. And Tom Lehrer was 88 years old, sharp as a tack, irreverent and funny as hell. And just, there are very few people in this world that you have to meet while they're still here. And that was definitely one for our family.
So that wit is a reflection of intelligence in some kind of deep way, like where that would be a good test of intelligence, whether you're a Tom Lehrer fan. So what do you think that is about wit, about that kind of humor, ability to see the absurdity in existence? Do you think that's connected to intelligence, or are we just two Jews on a mic that appreciate that kind of humor?
No, I think that it's absolutely connected to intelligence. So you can see it. There's a place where Tom Lehrer decides that he's going to lampoon Gilbert of Gilbert and Sullivan, and he's going to outdo Gilbert with clever, meaningless wordplay. Mm-hmm. And he has, let's see. He's doing Clementine as if Gilbert and Sullivan wrote it. And he says, that I missed her, depressed her, young sister named Esther, this Mr. to pester she tried. Pestering sister's a festering blister, you best to resist her, say I. The sister persisted, the Mr. resisted, I kissed her, all loyalty slipped. When she said I could have her, her sister's cadaver must surely have turned in its crypt. That's so dense. It's so insane that's clearly intelligence because it's hard to construct something like that. If I look at my favorite Tom Lehrer lyric, there's a perfectly absurd one, which is, once all the Germans were warlike and mean, but that couldn't happen again. We taught them a lesson in 1918, and they've hardly bothered us since then. Right? That is a different kind of intelligence. You're taking something that is so horrific and you're sort of making it palatable and funny and demonstrating also just your humanity. I mean, I think the thing that came through as Tom Lehrer wrote all of these terrible, horrible lines was just what a sensitive and beautiful soul he was, who was channeling pain through humor and through grace.